Whoa, it's Wulzy. Welcome to Creation Rotation. Today I'm joined by 3 other talented creators. We got HTigerZ.
Hello.
We got Oasis X. Wait, he's not called Oasis X, he's called Oasis. Damn it! Oasis! And we got Sley GD.
Yo.
I'm on my alt account because we're about to create 4 new levels, but every 20 minutes we have to rotate them between us until everyone has had 1 turn on each level, plus 1 turn on their original level at the end. Slay's recording, no one else is. Saj, make sure you check out his point of view as well. Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. In this level swap, I'm going to be using the song Reeds by Ocular Nebula on a 53-second start offset. It's quite fast-paced. It's faster than I'm used to, but I'm looking forward to the challenge of it. We're going to start off with a slight platform, and then there's going to be a tiny little staircase of these blocks offset by 1 block every time. Probably going to try and split it up with these purple pads, and I'll put some spikes on the ceiling to make sure that you're actually hitting the purple instead of just jumping off the block. Probably try and keep these double spikes in fashion so they can be copy pasted around. Should be pretty easy for whoever receives this. HTigerZ. Sync gets more important the faster the song is. I feel like I gotta nail this. There's no notes for a while this note kind of extends. We can just lead on to a huge floating part right here. Let me see. I want to see if this jump is actually realistic. You land on the very edge of it. I'm gonna extend this platform though, just to make sure you have the space to make the jump afterwards, because that tiny little window was not enough. I wonder, can I set up a portal right here that you can jump into for a quick teleportation? And that can follow on to another purple, which continues the trend. Okay, that should be fine. A little black orb. I'm gonna put a J block on the bottom here to stop the input from being continued and you jumping into the spike anyway. I will not be sent flying. Look, I'm gonna have a dash orb that you need to let go of before the spike block, and in this space I'm gonna put a blue pad that turns it the other way. I might extend this block a little bit actually, just to make it a bit more balanced. We can jump out of there, although that is gonna be switched to regular gravity very quickly. I don't want this level to be too long because it's fast, right? And that means there's a lot more to decorate in it. Another J block to stop that orb input from being continued, and another drop down jump, I guess, and that could be it. How long is that? 7 seconds? Not too bad. We could maybe go a little bit longer if we have the time, but I'm gonna try and focus on structuring a little bit. Or I could go kind of crazy and have a tiny little ball part up here, a green orb to start off with. We could just have a block here that forces you to go up immediately. After the slope pushes you down into the purple, and I wonder if we can have a little jump right there. That's kind of devious having that jump at the end, but you know what? I kind of like it. Then I guess it's time to start structuring this, because why not? I like the idea of these floating little blocks at the sides. The only thing I'm not too convinced with is this slope. I never usually add too much decoration to my layout at the start because I feel like it's unfair to give them so much at once. It does kind of put a limit on them on what they can do, but this is just structuring at the end of the day. Like, I'm just adding lines. Let me just play through what I've got so far. Is everything on screen? That's an important test that needs to be made. Oh god, that is a little bit more difficult than I was anticipating. Probably gonna add a little bit more space to that block right there. It does get a little bit harder as it goes on, which is unfortunate, but I kind of rock with the gameplay that I've got so far. Boom. Gonna add some small triangle objects from the saw tab that are player color 1 and 2. What if I straight up just add these little spiky things up here? Though I am gonna put saws behind them on half opacity. If I just use the invisible type of saw, then this will make a lot more sense. I'm excited to see what I receive from Sley GD, as this man is very well known for creating extreme and insane demons. That jump is stupid. Let's go. How'd it go?
Went well.
I wish I did more.
Really?
I just realized I was muted that whole time. There's always one, isn't there?
Nivel de Swap by Sley. Oh, okay. I can. How did you structure so much? That's crazy.
I tend to structure really quickly. I don't know.
Alright, well, should we get back to it?
Hold on. I'm still.
Good luck filling in all of the structures, Wulzy.
Yeah, about that. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, I have one idea and one idea only. Do I factor the spikes into this idea? Yes, I do, but I'm gonna have to make fake spikes as well. Oh boy. Oh my goodness, this is gonna go crazy. Fill in all of the spikes first. Oh no, there's smaller ones. That's fine. I can just scale this fake spike down into 3 different kinds of spikes. Thank you, Sley. I'm gonna slightly pick these spikes up from the blocks because otherwise there's gonna be a weird overlap issue and I don't want that. That's the thing about opacity. If you stack any objects on top of each other, it's very noticeable. I'm just picking out very specific edges of blocks that I'm going to use for this effect. Going to put them on T2, don't fade, don't enter, and then I need to look for every block that has these underneath and set them to invis. And that fact is terrifying because that's putting full faith in whatever I'm about to create. Why do I put myself in such time limits? Sneezing on recording, man. That never happens. Okay. That is 8 minutes and 30 seconds done, and all we have are a couple of white blocks. But we are about to change things. This changes right now. This needs to be on a new color channel, which I'm going to make dark green blending. That can be the base, right? And then we can start adding groups on the next editor layer right here. Group 5. Okay, copy paste. 6. Copy paste. 7. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going for 10. Then I'm going to start putting move triggers at the drop of the song. 2 seconds, exponential out, and then a little bit into the movement, we're going to put a 0.5 second ease in out movement that just puts it back into its place. And I will be fading these off after 1 second. So the movement should be quite sharp. There you go, you see like that. In fact, we could put this movement back on 0 move time since it's going to be invisible. What we need to do is copy each trigger type, like the move triggers first, as you can see. And then we need to do the same with the alpha trigger. And then we need to copy the entire set, which was successful. So I'll put them all on the same editor layer. And that needs to happen on every bois. So this should just go one way for now, but we can fix the directions in a second. Nice. Okay, we have a slight blurring effect. That's cool. Just need to keep on changing the directions on these. It works. It's more lame than I was expecting, but it's fine, right? 3 can have a couple of color channel changes. That is a really cool color change, actually. I didn't even do much. I have 20 seconds right now. This is crazy. Okay, that's fine, right? It's not a huge deal. Okay, and quickly, before my time ends, I'm going to increase the fade time on these triggers and change them to background. Okay, cool.
How is it going, Wulzy? Oasis to me, by the way.
What? I was muted that entire time.
I literally told you. I literally told you, Oasis.
Ooh, this is cool. This is really cool. It's Wulzy, the one you started.
All right, El Camino. Interesting. It's nice to have something that's not ridiculously hard.
Oh my god, Wulzy, this is sick.
Really?
What the hell?
The entire section on the end is mine.
I like how you just added
God.
on to the end. Like, no one ever does that. It's so funny.
There was only 5 seconds. I wanted to extend it a bit, you know?
3, 2, 1. Go. Very interesting how there is such a switch from one level to the other, and that's why I love this series. Oh, they linked the blocks together for me. This is amazing. Look at that. I click one thing and the whole block. Oh, never mind. They didn't link this block for some reason. This was a really long and dumb process, but basically I just set the bottom objects to one group and the top objects to another and make them move around at different rates. So the whole level kind of wiggles as you go through. And I use those groups for pretty much every obstacle in this part. These rainbow blocks have glow on top of them. You see, the actual block is super saturated, but the glow lightens it up. So I'm probably going to disable link controls for a second. Take these objects, rotate them 45 degrees and scale them up and put them, I don't know, T2 seems like a good choice on a different editor layer. And I'll put some black glow behind, or maybe background colored glow. That would be a better shout because black doesn't really make sense to add here since it's so bright. There we go. So that kind of pops out in front, and then we can copy the color values on whatever glow is on top here. That glow ties it in with everything, but I'm gonna make it toggle on and off really quickly. Just on a 0.1 fade time on and off with a block in between, and I want this to rotate, so it's getting the group 10, and we need a centerpiece, which I always use a circle for some reason. So 10 rotates around 11, I guess 90 degrees, we can make that ease in out, something like that, and we'll just copy all of the pieces and just copy paste them a little bit with a bit of build helper as well. I've pressed the wrong button, I don't know what I just did, but sure, why not? And we can make little shapes like this, I guess. It makes sense when you play it in normal mode, but you see these little squares are now behind. Okay, so I've added stuff to Oasis's part right there, and I want to try and figure out something I can add to Sley's. I just noticed that smiling saw, dude. If I can add something that goes up these little spiky things. I wonder if I can add animated lines inside these background pieces. If I go out of preview mode, which is going to be pain on the eyes, but I'm going to try and add these colored little lines that meet up in the middle. What does background blending look like? It looks like nothing. I guess we just make these black blending. We copy paste to move them 2 down and 1 to the right because that matches this slope's direction. Add another group to it, and then we just need to keep on doing that. It's important that it's black blending so it appears as invisible before anything happens. Then we copy paste, flip, reverse, slip these into place. Let me take every single object pulse, move it one block to the left, put it on group 23. Okay, so we copy paste, increase the group number every time. It kind of works, I don't know, deleting the excess objects because optimization is still important, even in challenges. And we'll just stick these up a little bit to the edges of some blocks, why not? I put a couple of bricks, I put a couple of rotating rainbows, and then I put the lines on there. It's lame, it's really lame.
Dude, it always jump scares me when you just say that. Because like, I'm not expecting it, you know? Why is Sley so hard?
It's not that hard.
There's like a big chunk of this that just isn't touched.
I didn't know what to do there, so I just kind of left it, I'm gonna be honest.
The ship part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a big gear. It's just
Oh
a big gear and nothing
I
else.
didn't know that was the point I was running out of time.
I have a few ideas of what I could put in, but I think I'm going to start off with trying to fill the space at the bottom because it is quite open. And I'm probably just going to stack maybe some shiny objects, why not? If I have this set to like 20-degree rotation, scaled up pretty big, I can probably get away with some background blending with low opacity if I can get this right. There, maybe. On a new editor layer, then I'm going to copy paste, scale down to like, I'll probably put 3 and then put half a block downwards. So I'm going to scale down by 0.5, half a block down. And then that creates like a really weird tunnel that I could put on the ceiling, but it gets hidden underground if you have it like this. So I get 2 uses out of the same object if I get the brightness right. There, you see I can put a huge hole there and that looks sick, right? It looks okay in normal mode, but I need to add don't fade, don't enter for sure because you can see it enter. Wait, hold on. I could actually make use of that. And I'll probably make this move around ever so slightly, just like I did before in the previous level. Just have move triggers that kind of randomly shift it very slowly to slightly different locations so it feels a bit more dynamic. But I think this could do with a little extra darkness on the bottom as well. I'm going to scale up some black glow that can sit on the ground. That can go to the very bottom of B4 and not go behind the glow objects because they're on blending. So let's go to a random editor layer and then I space these every 5 blocks or something like that, maybe a bit more. That's one group. Then I copy paste, move it about 4 blocks to the left on a new editor layer and we'll just make that another group, 10. So we toggle 10 to start off with, and then if I think of a kind of thing, 23 objects there, then we have the 24th. We align on the X. Let's just move them up here so they're out the way. We're going to have an activate version and a deactivate version, and then it goes in a zigzag pattern as to what is toggled on and off. Up, down, up. What is my computer doing in the background? Why is my mouse spinning? I hope this is fine. So that was group 10, and then we go back the way for group 9, and I realized that I accidentally made group 10 toggle off. So we need to make 9 the first toggle. So then 10 gets toggled, 9 gets put on. So these black ground spikes are gonna like switch, you see? There we go. This is looking a bit more glowed up now. The space looks a bit more full. And I guess we can add some invisible blocks here and there to fill a bit more space. We do a little invis stacking, why not? What do we use? Okay, I guess we use this color channel because it's pretty bright most of the time. We can scale this up and have it down here. I'm gonna copy paste this about 20 times. I'm gonna get the green gameplay line and I'm just gonna put a bunch of these invisible objects around it because it's funny. And that's probably going to lead us onto the ship pretty nicely. I like the fact that these are sometimes colorful, but when they all stack their blending, it all goes to white. I have drastically increased the object count in this level since I touched it, but you know what? It is what it is. For every wub wub in the song, the whole thing is going to be pulsed to black. So this is what I'm passing on to HTigerZ. Oh god. I ruined this, didn't I? Good lord. This had potential, I just spammed invisible objects and called it a day. Okay, I might have cheated and added like 40 seconds on, but...
You know what? Thank God you did, because I accidentally broke the rotating effect at the last minute.
Yo! This one's awesome. What the heck? This is it. This is the final. Everyone has to finish. So I should probably get rid of these basic looking saws because there's nothing to them. And then we got to look at the ending because the lines that I added have not been changed in their color. And also there's a couple blocks at the beginning that aren't designed at all. Yeah, you see these lines up here? They're just straight up white, and it doesn't really make much sense. Okay, so that's object colored, right? So I'm going to select these objects and just make them object. I don't know why they weren't there in the first place. I'm actually change the hue ever so slightly on them. Okay, well, I don't really know what else to do other than fix up the saws. Probably going to copy the values of these lines and put them onto the saws. So there's a little bit of linkage with the color of them. I need to free move this into place because these objects were slightly off, and I suck at free moving stuff. Then I can probably scale down this little object that's going to match the spikes if they are left in. They are. I'm going to select all of these saws and make the base color flicker white. Group number 15. Point 1 hole to white. But this needs to be base only, main only, whatever you call it. Okay, it just looked kind of bad. Maybe I should have a fade time on it. Okay, group parent, and then we scale these up to like 2 times. So the gap between them is much longer now. And then we're going to have a fade out time like that. Do I keep it as white or do I need to make it copy a color channel? It needs to copy a color channel for sure. Okay, so they're going to copy the object color with a bit less bright. That's still so bright. But why is it so bright? Dude, there must be like an added... Of course, someone went into the saws and put ×4 brightness. Are you kidding me? Okay, fine. I guess I'm not making saw pulses. That is ridiculous. Dude, I didn't realize I was going to have this much problem with making a saw design. Good lord. These aren't even going to rotate. Because, oh, dude, I forgot to put it... I'm having so many troubles right now. Well, I just spent so much time on a saw design that wasn't even worth it because these are all free moved and in random places. I can't really replicate that. Then I tried adding a pulse to the saws. I can't do anything I want to do. There's no portal design. I'm going to add the shining object from the saw tab. Scale down slightly. With a custom rotate of 30 or so to start off with. Then we get the other shiny object and put that on top. Less scale, obviously. And we have this as 20 degrees. Then let's make the thinnest object the biggest. Why not? And that can go at a 45-degree rotation. Cool. And we can put that on a couple of different portals. When there's 2 next to each other, I'll probably make some smaller than others. Like these teleporters. The first one's going to be small, and then the second one is going to be gigantic if I can space it properly, please. So I made all of the saws group 15 and I never used that group, so I'm going to make all of the spikes group 15 as well. We might as well turn this into something if I can. I'm kind of struggling to select this spike, please. Please, 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 can I select you? Please. I'm clicking. Now you select when something else is. Are you actually kidding me? Please let me. No, no, no. No, no, are you... Stop it. Oh my god, stop! That took so much effort, and for what? So every beat of the song, I am going to add a white pulse for group 15. Probably 0.1 and 0.25, like that. Can I do this in time? Can I animate some more lines? Please, if I copy the object color, we can have that as 16, T3, don't fade, don't enter, all the way at the top. And then one step later, we can have 17, 18, 19, you know how this works. And maybe, instead of having the block visible, we can just have these lines that keep on appearing. That's 16 to 23. Okay, that is 8 objects. We can make this group 1 invisible and just have those objects speak for themselves. 16, half space, 17, half space, 18. Okay, so toggle these on. Then when it finishes, we need to toggle them right back off. I don't know. I'm just doing a weird pattern. But you see what it's doing to the slab right there? That's cool, right? And this can just slot underneath some blocks, I guess. Why not? Okay, then I make an end screen. I split the objects and I split them apart like that. And I give them groups from the thing. I didn't even get a chance to play test that at the end. I was just rushing, dude. Oh, God. This is kind of bad. I might have ruined it. Again, I keep on ruining levels. Alright, I'll probably just end up making a showcase because we don't have time on some ends. So we gotta like wrap it up right now. Thank you for watching this creation rotation. Sorry, it's just kind of slapped together at the end, but we ended super late and people have got stuff to do. So check the links in the description, leave a like and subscribe. And
It's fun.
I'm very flustered because I'm trying to get people sent away. Have a good day.